Hey guys, it's Erica. Welcome to more Horizon Zero Dawn. We are going all the way back over here. We are gonna get that armor. I can't fast travel. Oops. I don't fast travel pack. Hopefully we can run across a merchant. If not, I need a machine that I can mount. I can just call one, can't I? Sometimes I forget that's an option. Alright, let's go. So, update on the job. Didn't get it. Am I surprised? No. I realized what I did. Okay, let's just go.
Who invited the Nora to lunch?
Well, like, midnight, I realized kind of just like what I did and what I said, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't get it because of what I did and what I said. So, I'm bad at interviews. Okay, let's get that out of the way first. I'm not good, I feel like, at, like, first impressions or kind of talking about myself, in, like, a job interview format. Like, I feel like I'm, like, not good at that. I don't know if it's because, like, the nerves get to me and I just, like, say stupid stuff. And I feel like most of the time when I do get super nervous and I care about something a lot, I get anxiety from it. And then it just turns into me messing up because the anxiety is attacking and there is no hope alive for me, essentially. I feel like that's how it goes for me. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we go down? Jesus Christ, okay. I didn't mean to cut through like that. So yeah, I did some things, couple things wrong, I feel like. For this interview, I guess, I did, whenever they like, oh, tell me about yourself, I was like, born and raised here, been working this long, and that's it. Like, what? Like, who does that? You know what I mean? Like, what, like, also just, like, what do you say in that scenario, you know what I mean? Like, why did it not, okay, it's gonna, okay, I see what's happening. It's gonna tell me to go that way, but I know where to go this way. Like, I'm like, do you want, like, a little life story? Do you want, like, all my accomplishments, all the things I've done? Like, I don't know what people mean when they do that, because I feel like most of the times for interviews in the industry, it's just kind of like to catch a vibe of who you are. Like, if they don't know you, sure, maybe it's for that, but like, it's just like, hey, you know, like, most of the time they're just like, hey, what's your skill set, like, what have you worked on, that sort of thing. But like, also, like, the person interviewing me didn't really ask for like my job history like other people do, or like, hey, what do you like, oh, we're looking for this position or whatever. Like, it was like none of that, so I was like, I don't know what to do. So that was one thing I probably did wrong, was like talking about myself. I was just like, I'm simple, I'm basic, this is what I've done, I'm not an interesting person, you know what I mean? But then, still going the right way? Yeah. Right off to the right over here, it'll all connect. Here's what I did that really probably was the stupidest thing I've ever done. They were like, oh, so what do you like doing on set? I was like, I said, first of all, I went, for like a minute, because I'm like, me liking my job? Or what I like to do? I literally want to quit every single second of my life when I'm at work. Like, well, not every single job, but there's been so many instances where I'm like, I need to quit this job right now, because I hate it so much. So like, for me to say like what I like, I'm just like, I don't know if anybody's ever asked me that before. Like, I don't know how to answer that question, because genuinely I want to quit my job like every single day. So every single second of every single day, like, you give me the opportunity, I might. Like, the last time I didn't, one job that I did that was just like taking it out of me, and literally everybody that worked on it, where's the road? Is this the road I'm looking for? Yeah. Is it a road? There was one, like, I legit quit almost every day. And, like, the thing that made me not want to quit was having to tell the #1 actor that I was quitting. Like, that fear of having to tell him, I was like, because I worked directly with the actors on that show, so, but like, if I had to tell him, I would have, like, I don't know, lost my mind. Because also, there was another person, similar position to mine, they also quit. So, like, having it to be just like, oh, these 2 girls quit, that's like, you know, that's kind of like a lot. But it really was, like, so much for me, and it was so stressful, and it was just like, okay, I didn't even say what I said, did I? Here's what I said. I said, like, thinking, like, long and hard about, like, what am I gonna say? I don't like anything, you know what I mean? That's kind of where my brain is going. I'm like, oh, what I like to do on set? What did I said, I like to work with person because I like to hang out with that cast. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? What do I like to do on set? Not my job, essentially, is what I said. And that is what I said, was essentially not my job. I just like to have fun. That is bad for an interview. The reason I think I also said that was because I wanted, for that job, I did want to work with #1. He's somebody I've loved for a very long time. I've seen most of their stuff, so I won't say who it is. Oh, come on! But, like, that's the reason why I said it, because I was trying to get that position. And I said the wrong thing that came out of my mouth. So, if you are ever in a job interview, don't be mean. Don't do what I did and say you don't like to do your job. But it's true. Because the only time I'm enjoying myself is when I'm having fun, not doing my job. So, yeah, don't be me. But it's fine. Other work will come around. Maybe I'll get a job on there, not the job I was maybe wanting, but maybe, you know, I can get a job on that show either way. Plus, it also probably would have sucked because normally there's, like, 5 of, like, me in my position, and that one was gonna have 4, so that's already, like, a sign of, like, oh, you know what I mean? But, because the last show I did was, like, or the last movie I did, oh yeah, okay, here's what happened. I know you saw me probably do this already, but I didn't, what happened is I didn't save, so it started me back at the top of the, of Gaia Prime, so I had to find my way back down, so I need to, redo that really quick. Alright, let's get this armor. Oh crap, I have to go inside. Forgot. So,
those
yeah.
clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism.
There is. There we go. There we go.
Just one more.
But like, again, I've been working in the...
There we go. The last one.
Okay, what do we
All
got?
powered up. Now
90?
get the dials in position.
Okay, clockwise. 270 would be... probably... that one, right? 270? 360, that's just 360. 450? 450? 360, 450, 630, this one? Ah, I did it.
All right, now let's see what we can do with this material.
Sorry, my heater kicked on again. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Did I not? I opened the box. Tane Shield Weaver. Wait. Oh, that's it? It doesn't look as cool? Thought it would look cooler. It's just... Okay. Okay, I mean, it does look pretty cool. I will say. And I'm, like, glowing. Oh. Alright, it's cool enough. We got it. What are the... Is there, like, specs on it? Let me see. Oh, it's stitched to the Nora leather. Protects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. Yo. That's sick. Okay. Now we can continue on with the rest of the mission. But also, for me to get a job, what has to happen a lot of the times is I get jobs after everybody else that's better than me and better at interviews gets hired and is more established than I am. So it's not necessarily anything personal. Except I do still take it personally. But I've sort of learned to not always take everything personally. And, like, maybe I felt like I had a decent interview. And not as bad as that one. Or that's a good example of how I do interview, though. Badly. So... Oh, look, you can see the energy shield has a little thingy. That's awesome. Okay. Alright. Back to business. Your regularly scheduled business. Riding all the way there because I don't have a fast travel pack. I haven't seen a merchant, but that may be just my fault. Because, like, essentially when you're kind of like, I'm not new. I've been in it for a while, but I'm still not as established as other people. Like, you can't, like, name drop my name and everybody knows who I am. Or, like, people have worked with me, you know what I mean? Like, the few people know me, you know, like, they always try and help me out or whatever. How do I take it off? Yeah. And they try and, like, help me out and get, like, other jobs and stuff, better networking, whatever. But it's all about, like, networking, so I'm not as strong networked as, like, a lot of other people in my position who work a lot more regularly than I do, and they're also, you know, better at their job than I am. Or better at my job than I am. And you know what? Sometimes I'm a diversity hire, and I don't care. I'm like, well, I guess it's better. Like, I can tell you all hate me, and you would rather not have me here, but I'm gonna enjoy being here over whoever else you wanted in this position. I know that's the case sometimes, and it is blatantly obvious. But then sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm working, you know? Can't be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, so like, I've interviewed a few times for like the up-and-coming positions of like the up-and-coming shows, and then it's like, when all of the people get booked that people want and trust and know, when they get booked, then I start getting booked after them because they're hired, you know what I mean? So they can't work. So they need somebody, and then that's when I get to work, you know? So that's pretty much how it kind of goes for me. Oh, there's a cliff.
If there's anyone there, I could use some help.
Help? Remember, I don't help people because every time I do, it leads to trouble. But yeah, so it does take me sometimes a while to get work. Sometimes it kind of just falls into my lap, and you know, sometimes it can be continuous. It just depends, really. Like, before I got my last job, I interviewed for like 2 or 3 different jobs, and they all went with like other people. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I was given as like a reference by somebody else. Like, somebody was booked, and then they're just like, oh, I'll hand over your information. And, like, merchant, hey, what's up? And, like, I rarely get, I don't have rich meat. Let me find a... This may be the one I need. Oh my god, baddies around me. Damn it, okay. Leave me alone. You know what? We're gonna get out of here. Get out of my face. Really? Leave him alone. Oh, that's my guy. I keep hitting. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Let me, no. Let me repair you. I'm so sorry for hitting you. Dismount. So yeah, that's essentially how it goes with my type of work. But then, like, what's convenient about that is, like, a lot of times I end up working when nobody else is working, but then they're working kind of when I'm not, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But when more people are more desperate for things, I'm like, sorry, I'm working. But don't worry, because you'll get the next big thing and I won't, so it's fine. But eventually, I will get work. And, like, even if I don't get a job, I look at it as networking. It's getting my name out there, you know. It's giving out my phone number, my contact details. Like, it's not all at a loss, truly. At the end of the day, if you look at it like that, it's... Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to look at it that way to maintain sanity. And not mess up your interviews. But yeah, that's what sort of happened. That's why I didn't get the job. Because of me. This time around. But again, it's fine. Maybe I'll work on it, maybe I won't. And I also did realize how... like, my work affects, like, my mental health, like, in such a bad way. Because, again, the whole nervous thing about me getting, like, overly anxious with, like, anxiety attacks and, like, I literally want to vomit. Like, that was, like, me just, like, setting up for the interview. You know what I mean? Like, I was, like, going to vomit. Because of, like, my anxiety. And I was like, this isn't good for me, is it? Like, this cannot be good for me. In any capacity. Ugh! Oh god, I went the wrong way, didn't I? I'm sorry. Hey, you made it down! Hi! So, like, I'm just like, you know what? Because, like, with the strikes and everything, I was like, you know what? I haven't journaled in a long time. And journaling is something I do to kind of, like, help, you know? Just, like, it's nice to get, like, thoughts on paper and, wrong way. I think, can I get down that way? Is that a road? We're going down anyways. And I was like, I haven't journaled in, like, so long. Like, it's been pretty good, you know, like, the last couple months. So I'm like, maybe it's time I switch career paths. Because it kind of affects my mental health maybe a little too much. But then, I don't know. Sometimes it's like an addiction, you know? Like, the anxiety or, like, the adrenaline rush that it gives you, or, like, all those feelings can be, like, addictive. And everybody just, like, literally everybody in my industry is just like, I hate it so much. Like, I'm never gonna work on this. Works on it. Never working with this person again. Works with that person again. Like, literally, we just complain so much, and we do nothing to fix the problem. But then also, my resume looks sketchy. Because a lot of, like, think of it as, like, gig work. So, like, oh, I worked a month here. Oh, I did a day here. But you wanted my work experience, right? I worked a day here. Oh, I did 4 months doing this. Oh, I did a week doing this. And that's, like, legit what it is. And it doesn't look weird for, like, people in my industry. But, like, regular employers, like, that looks wild. Like, I look inconsistent. I look unstable. I look all kinds of things. But I'm like, no, I promise it's normal. And just in my area, like, it's a highly dense, populated area with, like, not that many jobs, because it's outside of, like, a bigger city, so a lot of people are, like, commuting or whatever. So, yeah, that's...
Rode right into that.
Yeah, it kind of did. So yeah, that's what was up with that. What happened with all that. Which, again, it's good because, you know, I love doing this. This is a lot better for my mental health. And then my career path. But also, we get to play so much more in GTA 5 so much more quickly, and it's really, really nice. I'm excited to do that, dive into that, not like leave you guys hanging for a while. I feel bad when I have to do that. But as of right now, expect the daily videos. Expect them until further notice. And you get a little insight from me every now and again into the film industry. Hope you enjoy. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Anytime anybody tells me, I'm like, you don't want to do it. Like, truly, genuinely, if you can't really see yourself doing, like, anything else, don't do it! Alright, we are here. Let's continue on with this main story mission. Again, I don't know how many parts are left. I really hope it's not just this is the last part, because I did not mentally plan for that. You know what I mean? Like, there's like 2 chapters left. So I kind of thinking 2 parts left? You know what I mean? I didn't want the game to be over. Like, I know I collected everything, done all the side missions I can, but I don't want it to be over yet. You know? Like, I know I have Frozen Wilds after this, but like I don't. Give me like 10 more hours into this game. Like, I need it. I mean, obviously I can do like New Game Plus and everything like that, but having to like record videos all the time, it's not always the easiest thing to do. Or like up there, his little thingy. Because I always have to keep videos consistent with what I'm like playing at the time, so like having to go back and play like 2 different games at the same time and try and do that stuff, sometimes the brain gets bleh. Alright, we're here.
Aloy.
Sun King.
What brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon from the west with an army of ancient war machines.
I can't drink
That's not
water.
the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy.
Oh,
He won't
Aaron,
question.
back again.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect
Thought I wasn't gonna
Meridian
see him again.
and the light where the Spire rests.
Aloy. Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused.
I don't think his behavior is weird.
If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
He didn't do anything weird, did he?
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson.
Did he do that to us?
Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
I don't remember him doing something weird to us.
Have you spoken to Blameless
Oh,
Miranda?
sorry.
Not yet.
He wishes to
I'll go bug him. I like how it just tells me to talk to him without... Why am I talking to him, you know?
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy.
Talk to me.
And do keep me appraised of each new arrival.
Hey.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
My hair's on ponytail. I can't
me.
flip it.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do
Oh,
it.
is there gonna be another long one?
Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Okay, we got a couple different tests we can do. Yeah, let's go review the, defense. Oh! Yeah, we need to check out the journals. We do need to check out the journals. I'll do that before we rest. I said we are gonna do that first thing for this part. I apologize.
Check out these wares. A moment of your time, Outlander?
Leave me alone.
See for yourself.
And more important matters at hand. Checking out defenses.
Meridian won't fall. The sun set us
That should go down.
because we
Won't
knew-
find better wares.
We did find the way to the spire,
Here.
but... Or did we? I think we did.
Where are they coming from? The west? The jewel?
The voice actor sounded familiar. Why can I not, like, rappel down? You know what I mean? Is that voice actor B? I mean, just like how a lot of the actors are just in a lot of movies, a lot of the same voice actors are in, like, every single video game. It's silly how that works. Alright, where's the... Oh, you know what I watched? Super Mario Brothers movie. Loved it. Oh my god, I thought it was so good. It was really fun. It was funny. Tons of different references if you've played at, like, any Mario game. Just, like, in general. But, like, if you played Mario Kart, if you played Smash, if you played any old school Mario or even Donkey Kong game, which... I don't know if I've said too much on my channel. On this channel. I used to have a Super Nintendo. It was my cousin's. I'm 25. I was born in 98. But I had a Super Nintendo growing up. Because it was my cousin's. We got his games. There was Mario on there. I don't remember which one. Might have been like Super Mario World. I don't know. Whatever one. We did have a Donkey Kong game. Didn't have Smash or Kart. But when the Wii came, we had Smash. And I think my cousins would have Mario Kart. So, like, even just kind of my very minimal experience with that. I also probably had Mario on my Game Boy as well, that I played. But even with my minimal kind of, like, Mario experience like that, never, like, truly kind of beating, like, Mario. Because I was also, like, so young to really kind of... Like, I wasn't always kind of the gamer that would, really, like, crunch down and kind of, like, it's much more of a recent thing these days.
Polish that armor, was it?
Are you here?
Of course.
What's up?
Isn't that a little...
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire.
I'm happy
I
you're
brought
here.
supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
No.
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Always stay
I'm
bright,
happy he's
always stay
here.
alert. That's what I say.
Okay.
Isn't that him from the Battle of the Dawn?
candy.
But no, me personally, I really like the Super Mario movie. I thought it was fun. Like,
Well, I don't like
the bar is kind of very low for Super Mario
Oh,
movies,
son,
but
keep the shell
I really
system
enjoyed it. It
upon
was
me.
fun. It had, like, the story was, like, enjoyable. Like, for me,
Petra.
what is
Here
she doing
is,
here?
the guest of honor.
People really heard
I
about
knew
me,
there was
didn't
something
they?
about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks.
Me too.
Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
Yay.
The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Alright, let me get this. Is it just the same Ostrom cannon? Oh god, what did I do? Okay.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Alright, I think I'm done. Thanks. I just wanted to have a little fun with it. Alright then. Everybody's coming back for me. It really does feel like it's the penultimate mission. The mission before the last. Like, it's probably gonna be... Well, I'm also starting... I started this mission... I don't know how long this mission's gonna be, but it's definitely maybe like a two-parter to finish this out. It definitely feels like the end. Again, we will read the journals. When... Ah, god damn it, I'm in the water. When we go to right before we rest, that's when I'll go and read the journals. But yeah, it feels like the end. I don't... How do I get up again? Is it this way? To my... Yeah. Okay, this way. Keep swimming. Kind of just made me sad. I'm kind of like ready for it. Like, it did kind of have like... I mean, open world games can be a little tricky sometimes, especially on how you play them. With kind of feeling like the end is nigh. You know what I mean? This one, it kind of like... There's a little build up to that. Like, there's a lot of conclusion of storylines. Especially when it came to Elizabeth and, the alphas and stuff like that. Like, that kind of came to an end, but it also kind of doesn't feel like it's the end as well. Also playing the complete edition, so there is a DLC after this, but it, like, I'm just like, it's the end already. Like, it's a little shocking, it's a little jarring, you know? I put so many hours into this game, but I'm like, I'm kind of almost not ready to put it down. I kind of need a good 10 more hours, even though I'm probably clocking in at, like, 40 right now. Probably over 40, honestly. And that was sort of my expectation with this one. Or maybe it may just be that like, every single part, I kind of grow to like it a little bit more, especially with the story. I didn't really know what to expect, and I kind of, going into the game, I was like, what is this? And I felt so lost in the beginning, so kind of figuring everything out and understanding everything just a little bit more kind of grows my love for it. So, yeah, it definitely feels kind of weird.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
What's up, girl?
War Chief Sona.
War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
All right.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Is he flirting with me now?
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
Wasn't really
I think
flirting
the
with me
goddess and I are
before.
in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
I got everybody flirting with me now. Okay. Okay. There's no, like, love interest in this one. Is there one in the new one? Don't tell me that. I don't want to know.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves
Aaron!
the Eclipse. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big.
It's bigger than you
It
know.
sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
It's the echo
Hit
for
'em like
me.
a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
It's the echo for me.
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
All right. Do. All right, time to. I'm gonna get to Meridian. But before we get into Olin's, is that the last one? Olin's apartment. That's when I'll read the Silbeck journals. Actually, that may be it for the part by the time I get back there, by the time I read through everything. This part, just whole setup, it might be. This looks sick though, look at that. The fog over the mountains. Are there steps over there? Why am I going this way? Oh man, yeah, everybody's here for me. Alright. That's a lot of pressure. I feel a lot of pressure. Clearly, when I'm under pressure, I don't do well in interviews or in games. Well, I can do video games. Alright, we're just gonna run back. But yeah, I don't know, kind of like talking to everybody kind of did just... It solidifies a little bit more that it is... The end is nigh. So, it does make me a little sad though, because, you know, my love for it grows. I think I've always kind of enjoyed playing the game the entire time. Some frustrating moments make me hate it, but that's just quick emotion. But yeah, no, my love is slowly grown so much for it. Kind of versus like a lot of stuff I played, like, I've done a lot of replay series for my channel, so it, or like I kind of know so much about the games already, or the characters, like it's automatic love from the start. So kind of doing something completely original, something I've never played before, don't know anything about the world, it's a little different, but it's fun, you know? Played remakes, tons of different games, you know? Especially my whole Resident Evil series, like, I have a deep understanding of how those games operate, so kind of playing those, even the first one for the first time, was a little interesting, you know? Because like, they all kind of play the same way, at least the ones that, I feel like if you're playing the original 2, 3, 4 remakes and like 7 and 8, they kind of have very, like, those are all kind of very similar in terms of their gameplay. They're not very actiony like some of the other ones can be. So, like, it's very similar within that. Call of Duty, it's essentially Call of Duty every time. Minus the Warzone stuff that they, minus Modern Warfare 3's campaign. But yeah, kind of like everything else is very similar. This is kind of a very, very different one. And I mean, Red Dead is just so amazing of a game. It's like, how do you not fall in love very, very quickly with that one? You know what I mean? But yeah, this one, but you know, kind of like growing the love, I feel like is really, really good as well. You know, like, if I just fall head over heels immediately in love with the game, you know, where's the growth, you know? All right, let's read the Silbeck journals right here. No better place than right here. Okay, I did miss one. Did I miss two, maybe? Okay. Oh, we got all the hologram ones. Look at us. Okay. Oh, we got all the text ones from the quest. Because these are the Silbeck journals. All right, let's get into it. You know what? I haven't been flobbing recently. And I'm going to jinx myself because I said that. Disrupt inspection of Gaia Prime site construction is well underway. Reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of Starship Bridges in those cheesy old SF vids. Living spaces for alphas already completed. Prefab modules. Fingers crossed. We never have to seal ourselves in here. Not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crews already set up my office/lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to make that word I don't think I could say. Ensconce me as all-seeing presence. Opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harry's recorded his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak, scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, holo theaters, and first residence block at ZD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tucson 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pacific Rim and Aussie candidates. How sacred and confused they must be. Snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. So it's like Pacific Rim and Aussie, the Forbidden West. Because we kind of have Tucson, right? We're like, you see the cactus, like that's Arizona. I don't know how far south we are, but yeah. Going to catch a few hours of sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Harry's promised delivery of QB lattices by noon, except MK1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6 T grounding. From there, I'll spin her past a 1.0 T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.38 record. MIE can hang on sleep. All right. Oh, what was the date on that one? 64? 65. Okay. Many months later. Last time I visited Prime was November. Oh. All I did was read. November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of central armature and master override. You're welcome, Ted, which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Call Gaia before I bedded down ostensibly to update her on the site plan, but the truth is I miss her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. We'll get to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? Oh, girl, it's your gut talking to you. I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. I worry about the alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Somebody named Ted Farrow played God is what happened. Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas Natal replied in less than a minute with the poem. Of course, the building of the ship by Longfellow. It's long. All right, I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Natal's lab. Am I saying it right? And check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Alright, a few months later. Halloween! Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as though there isn't enough horror in this world already. I mean, let people cope with what they cope with. Is that what they were kind of talking about? His experimental, exploitation films that one time that we read a while ago. Anyways, I already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspection with Harry's and President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good, kept fidgeting, and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert, flew back to Thebes, gag, though I guess I should have complained. If he wanted to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harry stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm are scuttled across Antarctica, is crossing the straits of the Megalyn, I think? About to start the death crawl up South America towards, the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstruct the rainforest, and it comes to this, and advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show that we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, I just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Alright, last one. January. It's such a closing thing. It's been, 43 hours since Harry's warned me? Said collapse of the Eastern Line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of Prince maneuver, and Wichita salient. 5 or 6 more days, I think, Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We have to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam. Every time rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as gammas got evacuated, then betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they've accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. Oh, Elizabeth. So here we are setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. Girl, she feel the same anxiety I was feeling today, or yesterday, when I woke up. I knew I didn't get the job. If I never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living space constructed here. If I abandoned the protocol sooner, if necessary, life support systems would never be installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out to the cradle side, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. 1 generation only. Update. That was General Harry's. The salient has collapsed. US RC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. And that's her last journal entry she probably ever did. It's kind of like it weighs on you when you look at it that way, but it's nice to get a little bit more insight onto her and her inner thoughts, and not just like this perfectionist trying to like create everything, you know what I mean? Alright, let's go rest for the battle.
Roland's apartment.
feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Girl, we did everything. Look at us, we did everything. We did all the hunting grounds, did all the cauldrons, corrupted zone. Didn't do the tutorials. I don't think it matters too much though. Yeah, look at all our collectibles, data points. Did good with the audio, hologram perfection, data points question. The text ones for the world, got the machine ones. Didn't get all the scanned glyphs. Those are all Frozen Wild stuff, so to be determined. But I think I've done a good job of collecting. I'm probably not gonna go back and like try and collect every single like data point. I'm not gonna try and like 100% platinum trophy this one. But and I don't know if I'll do New Game Plus. Honestly, like I feel, I don't know. Like do it one more time in this game, yeah. But like, I don't know. Sometimes some games it's like I need it now, and others I'm just like I'm kind of just vibing through it all and chilling and just enjoying and taking it all in for the first experience. You know what I mean? Then maybe in the future I will. Who knows? It just depends. All right, let's rest. No way back, girl. Do I end the part here? Should I end the part and then I start with the battle? That seems maybe the best thing for me to do. It is going to be a bit of a shorter part. Apologies. But it would make sense for the next part to start the battle. And this is a point of no return. So I'm sure these are the final missions for this game. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. It absorbed that. Okay, so it absorbs my fall damage. That's nice. Found that out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this part. Next part, I don't know if it's gonna be the finale or if it is going to be the second one to the finale. Depends on how long this final mission is and sort of any prologue stuff that we do. But after that, again, we're gonna be doing Frozen Wilds. After that, GTA 5. It'll be so much fun, so exciting. I do hope you join me for all of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to do the YouTubey things. Like, share, and subscribe. Really does help out a small channel like mine tremendously when you do decide to show any ounce of support. And I genuinely appreciate any ounce of support you do decide to share with my channel. And with that, we are going to go rest for battle. Bye.